Ugh. I'm here. I'm alive. It'll be Kingdom Hearts today. I'll be giving them a call in a minute. It's been a bit. I was on vacation. It's been a interesting couple of weeks. Yeah. I don't remember where I am in the game either, so I'm gonna... I think it was, I was in the middle of... Either I was in the middle of, or I finished Olympus. I don't remember. Yeah, whatever. I don't remember how long this game is, actually, now, too. I know it looks like I have 7 hours into the game. Hold on, let me just take this image down. I don't need this anymore. Blech. But, also, I can turn up the music. I don't need that. And let me give them a call. I'm not... Where are you? That's not the right one. That's not the right one. No, that's the right one. I did it right there. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you not
Oh, there
hear
you
me?
are. There you are. Okay. It might have been on a delay where it was still doing the rooting shit.
Oh.
Hearts Kingdom Day.
Sorry, your country sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of one of those things. I do wonder how to go into it. How do I, try and everything. It's like, I kind of just had the epiphany of, well, if everybody else is just if they're all just gonna fucking elect a guy who's an actual racist and a sexist and a misogynist and a homophobe and anti-trans and just completely incapable of understanding even the basics of 2 + 2 = 4, and also it has mental faculties are declining at such a rate where I don't think he'll be president in 2 years' time, then you get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
There's a lot to unpack that I won't get into. It's not great.
We can do that off stream.
Yeah. Also, from where we were last time, I think I'd finished the Olympus Coliseum.
I think so.
It's purple. Why is it purple? I don't remember. Do I go back to Hollow Bastion now? Is that how that works? I don't remember. It's been a while.
No, I actually think it means wait, maybe you do. Try it, see if it will let you. Because
Okay.
if it won't let you, then no. If it's faded out, then I think it means you can't.
Oh, no, I can go to Hollow Bastion.
Hmm.
I just can't remember because it's been a bit. I can't remember the progression. I did during my time off finish the Shadow stuff of Shadow Generations. It's really fucking good. Really good. I did go back and replay some of the levels, but I want to do more of it before I turn on the challenge mode.
Hmm.
But
I went and platinumed both platinumed it, which did mean fighting Time Eater a whole bunch. Yeah,
it's like a homing shot. I won't lie, going back to Generations after doing that, while Generations is still good, man, you can see how much better the Shadow parts are.
Yeah, but benefit of having fucking 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years, a better understanding of what they want to do, all that fun shit. Man, Shadow the Hedgehog's level design is so fucking good. His parts are really good. Where there are some parts in the Sonic parts that are just a little okay. But again, like you said, they've since they didn't try any wacky gimmicks, they were just like, all right, we're just gonna make this and expand on it. It has that benefit.
They were like, people liked it when we put an amount of time and money into Sonic Frontiers. Maybe we should put an actual bit of time and money into Shadow Generations. And you know what? It worked. It just goes to show, if you spend time and money on something, it's better than spending no time and no money. Looking at you, Forces!
Forces. Like I said, it's not even like for me, it's the worst kind of bad because it's also just kind of boring. Like, it's not like comically glitchy. It's just a lot of
Yeah,
just bad design.
Yeah, there's just nothing really to it. I mean, you know, even at its worst, Sonic 06, yeah, you couldn't finish the level because it's a buggy, unplayable mess, but at least you could see, oh, okay, so here's what the game could be like if it was, you know, good. Whereas Frontiers, it's like, yeah, technically everything works, but you sure can just skip the entire final level by just jump boosting.
But yeah,
Which
if
doesn't feel like
Forces,
great game design to me.
or like they'll tell you, or like they'll make like the tells for like the bosses really like I mean the Zorok one at the start of the game I remember was annoying and I had to look up what exactly I'm supposed to do. And I remember being really annoyed because it's not really obvious what you're supposed to, how you're supposed to hit him, and I don't remember what it was now because it's been a bit, and I'm not.
God, I forgot Zorak was a boss in Forces.
He's like one of the first ones you fight, if not the first one. Because that was during that era where they kept pushing him because they really wanted him to be the next big thing for some reason. They just really, Sonic Team just really liked him. They just really liked him.
There's nothing wrong with trying to have a recurring bad guy who's not Eggman, because it's definitely something that the Sonic series has kind of been like. Eggman's been so weirdly thrown to the side for decades, but there's also never been like another character who you're like, yeah, I would see it. Like, yeah, they should sharpen another game. Well, until Black Doom, I guess. Even then, it's pretty fair to say.
Well, Black Doom also has a very different tone to Eggman. Black Doom is, uh-oh, this is a problem. He's back. Fuck.
Black Doom's like, hey, I'm Space Nepo Hitler. Give me the thing.
Like, he's a lot more terrifying to have walking around than,
But it's like most of the other villains they introduce are, by design, meant to be like one and dones, like Dark Gaia or Perfect Chaos or...
Either they get destroyed, or they either get destroyed or they get redeemed in some way and just fuck off.
Yeah,
because chaos kind of like because they quell chaos and he's like, all right, I'm good, and he leaves.
You'll come and help us next time. There's a problem. Ah, fuck no.
No.
No. Why would I do that? Peace out.
Maybe there is more I gotta do at Olympus. I don't know because I don't see anything here. There was no triggers, so maybe there's something I didn't do in Olympus.
It's when we finished it. Check, you know what? Check the journal.
Alright, let me look at the journal.
See if it says. See what it says for Olympus, because I'm pretty sure the final boss of Olympus on the first run through is Cerberus, and...
Oh yeah, we did fight Cerberus. I do remember that.
Yeah, so that is the first run through. So you landed in Hollow Bastion, it's all purple.
Oh no, Olympus was purple.
Oh, Olympus was purple.
It had like a purple like thing around the circle. It wasn't like encased in a dome. It was just like a.
Oh, I mean, if you Oh, and you beat the Hydra, right? You bit.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about. No, so you're done at Olympus for now.
Okay. Maybe it's the Winnie the Pooh stuff.
That's not in Olympus.
No.
Oh, I know what it might be. Tournament.
Well, I know that's optional, but like the story mentions the Winnie the Pooh pages, which actually let me look at that again. Let me go back story. But the Heartless tore out the pages. Okay. Villains Veil, Heartless is swarming, nobody's darted away. Organization Imperium mock. But with no time to reflect the Keyblade, the shown, blah blah blah. Yinz's words, we set off again. Guided by Merlin, we return to Hollow Bastion. What did he have? The Pooh book, but the Heartless tore out the pages.
And yeah, you can find the pages, but they're all optional. None of them.
Yeah.
So no other worlds to go to, because you've done Milan, Bell's Castle.
Let me get to the overworld. Let me find the house again. Yeah. Nope. Nope, not fighting you. Merlin's house. Maybe I'll talk to Sid. I'll talk to Merlin. Pooh book, blah, 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 blah. There's Yuffie prancing around. Let me just go to the world map. So let's see here. So, yeah, I don't really see any paths either. There's Olympus. Wait. Oh, wait, there's something glowing around the Disney Castle. Maybe maybe that's
Disney
where I go.
Castle. Yeah, it's usually whenever you see like a orb of light going around something, that's where
Yeah,
I'm going to next.
Yeah, I'm just fucking stupid.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Also, I got, all my vacation, I did get a little addicted to Vampire Survivors because I bought the Castlevania DLC.
Nice. I was like really tempted to go and do the replay of Symphony of the Night in time for Halloween.
It is a great game.
Yeah, sadly I only have the redubbed version. You know, they actually got real voice actors to voice it.
I really hope that they one day re-release it on the PC and shit, and they have a toggle for both. Just so you and I can enjoy our Die, monster!
I mean, most people, I think, prefer the original
Yeah.
dub. I will say, unlike a year ago, I'd have said absolutely not. But like, between Silent Hill 2's random amazing remake and this sudden like thing of like, hey, let's release a bunch of like the old Yu-Gi-Oh games that people are nostalgic for. Yes, even the ones that you never got because they were or never were imported. We're going to import them now. I'm like, man,
Literally,
Konami's.
I think it's because
Konami video games being good.
I think it's because Japan apparently started cracking down on pachinko.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for ages, but like most of the time they didn't really give two shit. They didn't give like a huge shit about even after that. But then just suddenly in this like last year, they've been like actually, you know, trying. I mean, even Delta's or Metal Gear Delta's looking solid.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. But yeah, actually, speaking of that Castlevania, I did play a little bit during Halloween. And only a little bit because we also did like because me and my friends did do like a Halloween one shot for using in Pathfinder. But I played a little bit of Order of Ecclesias, and I was like, wait a fucking minute, Sheena or Shura, I forget her name, the main girl. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Looks over at Bloodstain, looks back at it. They really just made that character again, just made her a demon and gave her horns and a haircut, didn't they?
They stole Miriam.
I mean, that's his own character, so...
You can steal from yourself.
Exactly. It's like, this is mine, but now it's not owned by Konami. Honestly...
Very easy to steal.
Honestly, I like that. He's like, I like that character so much, I'm just gonna shave off the copyright and make her again. And you know what? I really respect that. Honestly, I would do the same in his shoes. If I really like the character and a corporation owned it, and I just went indie, I'd fucking do the same shit.
I mean, most people who leave their big companies do that. Look at Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
Like, might be a bad game, but that is clearly meant to be Mega Man.
Anime fan on prom night. Also, I remember talking with my friends about how, like, Bloodstain is the only one of those that's actually good. Where it's like the original.
Oh, I was like, you gonna tell me the only like
Castlevania? No, I fucking no.
I was gonna say you've said some bad. You've made
no, hell no. I'm not that bad. There are amazing Metroidvanias in indie. Like Assault's really good. I've been playing a bit of that. I love Momodora.
I thought you were talking about like it was the only good Castlevania game.
What? No, I fucking love Castlevania. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, okay. I mean, you said some questionable things before, but anyway, yes.
Like, listen, the only Castlevania games the only ones I don't like are like 64 controversial. I know. Those fucking God of War ones, cool, controversial. I'm really sticking it this time. And hold on, let me think. There's got to be another one. Simon's Quest, maybe? Ooh, spicy.
Horrible night. What a horrible night to have a curse.
Yeah, like I don't really have any like questionable takes when it comes to Castlevania. I don't have any of those like the spicy like. What do you mean you don't like that? I don't have that. Sorry, I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to fucking Castlevania. My bad.
But anyway, just to say the main point was like, yeah, it's the only like kickstarted spiritual successor game that didn't fuck up.
Yeah, it's a fucking great game. And they are working on 2.
Yeah. Well, I never played Mighty Number 9 or
so
the ukulele. That was the one I was trying to remember.
So Mighty Number 9 is the same kind of bad as Sonic Forces.
Oof.
It's that kind where a lot of its issues are just really questionable or just bad design choices. There's also issues of like hazards blending into the background, so sometimes you'll just get hit by shit that you just could not see or could not really perceive very well because they didn't do a good job at like isolating the backgrounds versus the foregrounds.
Mm.
You know, that kind of shit. But and then for Ukulele, which I also played, what are your thoughts on Banjo-Tooie? Then I can expand on that.
I don't think I've ever actually played Tooie.
Okay, so original Banjo-Kazooie I think is very okay. I think it's a decent game. Tooie I didn't like because they made the maps bigger and that was it, and they're just kind of like annoying to get through because they're just kind of a slog. So Ukulele is we made them even bigger, but also not only are they bigger, but we added a stamina meter to the run ability. So, like, you know how you would do the chicken run thing in Banjo-Kazooie when you wanted to get somewhere fast?
Hmm.
So imagine if that had a stamina meter. But you also made the maps, like, 3 times as big.
Yeah.
Because I'm using Banjo-Kazooie 1 as a frame of reference from that, assuming you maybe tried that one.
Oh, I've played Banjo-Kazooie 1, I just never had Tooie.
Okay, good. So that does work for the frame of reference I was working under. It's basically that, but rather than having like resources for your abilities, everything's attached to a stamina meter, and the camera still has the same issues, and then extra ones from like the 64. So like, I know they're making a remake of it. Which, I don't know much...
Ukulele or Banjo-Kazooie?
Ukulele.
Oh.
It's called Replay. It's not out yet. I've seen footage of it because they've given, like, an early build to some, we don't have a release date, but they've given an early build to some YouTubers and streamers. So I've seen a little bit of it. I don't know about the overall overworld, but one thing that looks like they did do to it, and I don't know if this is just they didn't implement it yet, or if this is actually where they're going with it, which would be good if this is what they're doing. It looks like the run ability no longer has a stamina meter. Which, if that's the case, that's good. I do know it's now, rather than Unity, it's on Unreal 5, which has the Unreal 5 issue of it just randomly hitches sometimes.
Yeah, sounds like Unreal 5.
You know, for a while, until I heard someone, like, out loud say that, I thought it was just on my end when that would happen on those games. I was like, oh... I guess it's just my computer. No, it's just Unreal 5. Well, Unreal 5 has this thing, too, where, like, when you get updates for your video card drivers, the cache gets cleared, so you'll have, like, performance issues for the first little bit of you booting up and playing the game. Which is really funny when you're playing Tekken 5, or Tekken 5 8. So what you want to do in Tekken 8, whenever you update your video card, is before you try to, like, actually play the game, what you want to do is, like, you know, play online, what you want to do is just go into training mode, hit some buttons for a little while, because, otherwise what the game will do is it'll hitch while you're playing against people online, fuck up the performance there, and then the game will try to auto-correct your settings to toaster settings.
I mean, to be honest, it's Unreal, so there's like usually some dumb bullshit that it's
Yeah.
like every version of Unreal has at least like one like really obnoxious persistent bug,
Yeah.
or if it's like Unreal 3, it's just like basically impossible to work with.
That reminds me, one of the things that was really funny. So when they did that remaster of Lollipop Chainsaw, they got lazy and they just dumped the game into Unreal 3 to 5, which caused all kinds of problems. The only thing they decided to stop and fix was the fact that it fucked with the boob physics because the soft engine didn't work. The rest, like the AI and shit, they did not fix. So everything like so a lot of it just doesn't fucking function. I don't know if they fixed it. This is like when it released. They might have fixed it now. I don't know.
Man, thank God I had like no interest in Lollipop Chainsaw when it first came out, let alone nowadays.
I like Lollipop Chainsaw. It's a very I like it. It is very much a middle of the road kind of game, if that makes sense.
Like, sure, it is in its true form, mechanically fine. It's just everything I saw for it, where I was like, I don't need this particular brand of wacky. I'll skip.
The reason why I say middle of the road is, in my opinion, at least when I played it years ago, and I still have my copy, is the levels there's a certain peak in the game, and then the levels just keep going downward and downward and downward, and just become less and less fun to play. Mind you, this was years ago I played it, so I can't really point at an exact thing. So it's harder for me to do that when it's been maybe like 10 years since I played the game. Give or take, depending on what year it launched. Like I said, I still have my PS3 copy. I know one of the things that they remastered, too, is they didn't have the licensed music, but I mean, if you're playing on PC, you can mod that shit back in. Kind of like I do with Sonic Origins, where they didn't have the rights to a lot of the fucking music for 3, so I just modded it back in.
Didn't put it in because it's connected to well-known paedophile.
I think it's a rights thing, because before that they were. But this is the first one where they took it out. And I did try playing it once with the music that they put that as like the beta music, and God, the beta music is not very good.
But I guess in a weird sort of way, Generations, I forget if they mentioned this, like, they clearly, I'm not sure if it was something they missed in porting Generations, or if it was just, it doesn't matter anymore, but Generations, in its, like, in-game soundtrack still has the original version of Endless Possibility.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and we were very surprised by it.
And I wonder if it's because nobody actually realised it was in there, they're just like, yeah, port the whole thing. It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
I'm doing the Minnie Mouse escort mission. Oh, she just got blown up.
Oh, fun. Sosmin. Oh. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I want to see Transformers 1, but haven't been able to, so I've been waiting for it to come out on like streaming over here, because for some reason, even though you guys can stream it, I can't stream it.
That way the VPNs can get their money.
Not my money. I don't want them stealing my data.
What? It's secure! They said so!
It's secure from other people stealing data. But it's different when they do it.
Exactly. Come on.
They wouldn't use your data for evil, malicious things.
They would never. Cool, I got Minnie to the door. And she only got hit like maybe like 2-3 times.
Yeah, I'll probably be fine.
Then we'll just get her a band-aid. I'm not using a magic healing on that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
They'll take time to recover. I don't want to do that. How is SpongeBob Band-Aid? I forgot about this joke where they unseal the big fuck-off door and it's just a little tiny door. I forgot about that joke. It's a good bit.
It is a good bit.
Oh, that's a lot of Heartless.
Yeah, I've seen more.
I mean, yeah. I gotta protect Minnie more.
Ooh.
At least she has a like AoE beam attack. I like how they literally got rid of Donald and Goofy just to make this harder.
Wow. Can't make it too easy.
Well, this part's harder because it's those big, chunky Heartless. The worst part is the fact that you don't have your drive forms for this.
Hmm.
Because, man, you could go to town with the Valor form.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll get Limit form soon enough. I mean, it's after Timeless River, which is where you're setting up to go to.
True. I'm looking forward to that one.
It is visually one of the most unique levels in not just even this game, but like the entire franchise.
It was my favorite level back in the day. Can I just...
It's just
I can just spam that. Why am I not just doing that?
Just spam.
Yeah, fuck this. Why am I trying to play this normal? Fuck that.
Fuck the normals.
What are you, a normie?
I mean, I like to think not, but you never know.
Considering I'll listen to fucking, like, Shadow the Hedgehog music on the way to the grocery store, I don't think I qualify.
I do have a playlist on my thing that just says music for normies that I run anytime I've got someone, like, in the car with me.
That's pretty funny.
But it isn't like even just like, but it isn't just like normal music. It is some video game stuff thrown in, stuff that most people could pass as like, oh, it's just from some obscure indie band you've never heard of.
You know the funny thing is, there's a number of Sonic, like 3D Sonic tracks you can get away with that with.
There's a lot of Sonic tracks in general you can get away with that.
Honestly, you could get away with a lot of the Sonic, like Frontiers especially. You get away with a lot of them that way.
I got all the vocal. I keep trying to keep just vocal themes, just because people I know don't like instrumental stuff as much as I do.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like, if you honestly
a lot of the Frontiers boss music in there. I do have all the Crush 40 songs on there.
Most of the Crush 40 ones could work. You know, where someone doesn't know it, they'll be like, okay, it's just you're an indie band, that's cool. Or they call it Crush 40. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Crush 40. I mean, like even like the band that did like even the band did the Frontier stuff. It's not like that's all they did. They're an actual like smaller band, so it doesn't even look suspicious.
Yeah.
This isn't nerd music, is it? No.
So little did they know it was.
Haha, you fool! This isn't real music.
I mean, you do throw in occasional curveballs on the playlist. Like, I think there's there's at least one version of One Winged Angel on there.
That is, but that one is so like pierce the pop culture zeitgeist, where you can get away with that. People are like, oh, that's cool. You put One Winged Angel in there. That's cool and quirky, and then that's it. Like, it's fine.
Now, most people I know don't know it, so it's fine.
Oh fuck!
I'm just like, oh no, it's from some opera.
I mean, if I'm talking to if you're in the car with if I'm in my car with my friends, like I could just be like, yeah, we could just put on video game music or anime music. It doesn't fucking matter. When I was at work, actually, you know what I was able to actually get away with? A lot of the Guilty Gear tracks too. A lot of the Guilty Gear Strive tracks I can get away with. Like when I was if I'm at work and when I worked at night, work nights, and I could listen to music. Like I could get away with the Guilty Gear Strive music.
I think I have a couple Strive songs on that playlist.
They,
I think it's if they're on, it's only Smell of the Game, and I keep wanting to call him Leroy. That like DLC character. Not find you.
which
Fuck. He's in Strive, and I keep wanting to call him Leroy because he reminds me of Leroy from Tekken. He's the big black samurai guy,
oh well, he's not DLC, but Nago Ryuki.
isn't he?
Yeah, not no, he's not DLC.
Yeah.
He's like one of the starter cast.
Oh, is he? I thought he was like day one DLC.
Nah.
Uh,
Another one you could probably get away with is Chip's theme. That's the Fight Like a Tiger one.
yeah. What else do I have buried on there that's not like secret nerd music? Buried deep in there is some stuff from the Transformers movie score.
I mean, like, a lot of those you can get away with too.
Yeah, but I mean, stuff like The Touch, yeah, obviously. I'm pretty sure the Lion theme is on there somewhere.
Honestly, the Stan Bush stuff in general you can get away with.
Because it was actually written for like a Sylvester Stallone movie.
I did not know
And
that.
so The Touch was written for a Sly Stallone movie. I forget which one. I think it was When the Eagles Dare or something. No, wait, no, it's a British movie. Anyway, main point is they decided not to use it, so they put it on Transformers instead, and it became probably one of the most iconic scenes in animation.
Yeah. Alright, let me go get.
I mean,
go back
fuck,
and get
man!
Merlin.
Transformers literally released an entire toy whose accessories exist solely so you can just do half of the stuff that happens in that scene.
It's a good fucking scene. Like, I know we talk about how, like, cynical it really is by nature, but, man, it's still a good movie.
It only has a lot going for it.
What's interesting,
And
though, is that...
Until maybe one, it was absolutely the best one.
Yeah, I still need to see one. But, what I think is interesting, though, when I think about it from the fucking corpo standpoint, is that, so... They just assumed they could kill them off and make new toys, and kids would just go with new toys, but didn't realize kids would get attached to the characters. What this ended up doing is kind of interesting when you look at later toys for just shit in general. They're like, oh wait, kids will get attached to the characters. So because of that, like, especially in the 90s, you see, like, Spider-Man in a scuba suit, Spider-Man astronaut, and stuff like that.
Hmm. More specifically, it had the effect of basically like rewriting the G.I. Joe movie.
Well, that too. Well, I mean, yeah, in terms of direct movie, but I'm talking about, like, other shit lasting further than that. But yeah, the G.I. Joe movie, like, had, like, so many, like, real quick rewrites. And I mean, like, real quick, like, at the end going, hey, Duke's gonna be okay!
He's okay.
Because there are a number of characters, not even just him, that you just originally weren't going to see again, and they were just going to be dead. Only for them to realize, oh shit, people still want to buy toys of those characters. Fuck.
Marketing is a very powerful tool, as it turns out.
But then they also realize, wait a minute, that's actually great, because now we can save money on molds, so we just make slight adjustments and color versions, sell them again, the kids will want to buy them. We save so much money this way!
Hey man, redecos are a powerful tool.
It's true. Oh, Merlin, you can teleport between worlds? That would be a handy ability for me to have.
Relate to it with a Simpson. I can relate to it with a Simpsons quote. She just has a new hat. Yes, but with new hats.
She's got a new hat. Listen, that shit could get me with, like, if they release, like, see, this is the dangerous part. They could do that with fucking Videl. Or even, actually, no, they did that with me with Dragon Ball figures in general, because I was like, I had, like, an Ultimate Gohan, but then they released the Dragon Ball Super one, which isn't actually the same mold. I know this from having them both. But I was like, but he's got the purple gi! And I bought it. And it's the one I prefer, so it's the one... and it's also the one I had, to be fair, too. Also had a factory defect. So I kind of was, for a couple of reasons, okay with replacing it. But, I won't even lie for a second. If I had a perfectly fine one, I still would have done it. I know I still would have done it. I know in my heart of hearts I would have done it. I still want to get a Gohan Beast. I hope they re-release him at some point. An Orange Piccolo.
They probably will.
For some reason, they put them on P Bandai, and I don't understand why.
Money.
Like, Kefla got the same treatment, but I was able to get her. Pan was also... that one I actually understand, but I did get Pan.
Yeah, it's just so they can artificially increase demand.
Yeah. Like, Pan I get, because, I mean, like, realistically, how many people are going to want Pan? But, like, Kefla in, like, the two new transformations felt weird, and Kefla as well. If I didn't already say that, like, 3 times.
Well, that's just so, as I said it, so they drive up artificial demand, so that when they inevitably, like, re-release them or, like, new versions, they'll sell out even more, because, hey, people feel like they missed out on the first time.
Like, I could see it with certain... yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Oh, I think we're going there. We're going to the fun world. My favorite fucking world in the series.
I'll give you a kind of example of this. So there's this is related to Transformers. There's a Transformers Victory Combiner called Dino King.
Mm-hmm.
He's made of 6 dinosaurs. And they released, like, small-scale Dinobots in a recent line, like G1 Dinobots, who had a gimmick where they could all combine, weirdly. And anybody who was, like, remotely in the know was like, wait a second, this is just a pre-tool for Dino King. But then the actual Dino King set came with, like, extra things like new hands and new feet, so he was much more stable. So if you were, like, sensible and you just held out and waited for Dino King, you got a much better deal. Whereas if you got, like, the G1 Dinobots, you got, like, an okay thing, but not great.
Not nearly as good.
Yeah. Not as good as a guy you could stand. And also has, like, a big sick-ass axe. Also, I'll have to show you a clip of Dino King after this, because it's pretty funny.
I love the old school, like, renditions of the renditions of the old school fucking character designs for Donald and Goofy. They look so good. I mean, Sora's like Astro Boy ass style, which is perfect. The perfect choice for that is also really good. Like, obviously they weren't going to make him short like it was like Astro Boy-ish, because, I mean, they're using the same skeleton for the model, and that would be so hard to do, and I'm literally not asking for that. So, like, this is with what they could do with their limitations. This is really, really fucking good for Sora's model, and it's actually like one of my favorite Sora designs. I love it. This is honestly the part I've been the most excited to revisit. For coming back to 2. Because this was the highlight for me when I played this in my teens.
It's one of those things where it just shows Square definitely did not, like, ever cut on anything. Like, you know how there's some games where you can definitely feel like, yeah, this is where they they just went by the book, and it's like, no, this one like Kingdom Hearts 2, they definitely, like, pushed as hard as they could.
Yeah.
On everything.
To be fair, with a lot of with their big titles, they usually go all out. Like, I criticize Square on a number of things, but they usually go all out. I'm comparing
that to other studios, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, studios that aren't Square would phone something like this in.
Like, Ubisoft.
Because this is a lot of effort and rework and redesigns and art assets for a level that you'll only ever use for this, like, brief segment. This level doesn't even get a second visit.
Yeah, which I was sad about because I wanted to come back because it's such a good level. I love it. I also enjoy late when we get to it a little bit later when you have the boss fight against modern Pete and past Pete is helping you because it's before he's a total bastard. He's just kind of a jerk. It's really funny.
The start of his villainous breakdown.
Man, Jim Cummings has been doing it for ages, but God he's perfect with Pete.
I wonder if Jim Cummings is like one of the most sort of like underappreciated voice talents.
I don't think he's underappreciated. A lot of people talk about how good he is. It's just since we talk about anime a lot, we talk a lot more about anime voice actors.
Yeah, but I just mean considering how much he's done and continues to do.
Yeah, he still does shit.
Yeah.
Hell, he was actually he stepped in on this is like everyone knows this sort of thing, but like he stepped in on the fucking "Be Prepared" song.
Yeah, because
and was
Jeremy
able
Irons fucked off.
his voice got shot. And so Jim
You can
Cummings stepped
definitely
in.
hear it when you know it's there.
When before I knew it was there, I did not hear it. Like when I was little and like when I was listening to it, once it got pointed out to me, I was like, "Oh shit, that is Jim Cummings now."
I mean, just different for me because I can like definitely tell. Hey, wait a second, his accent's gone.
But
Whereas for you, it's more like, hey, he's talking normal now.
I didn't even really notice the accent shift until then, to be honest.
Fair.
Because my brain probably just read it as like now he's getting into it. But like I know it now.
He's getting motivated.
But I mean I could tell like after I like pointed it out to me, I can tell now like every time like it's. But still, honestly, the fact that he was able to match it that well and jump in that well, like God, that is. He's an incredible talent. Like fuck, he's so good.
Hmm.
And the fact that he's still like doesn't even sound any different now at his age. Same with Frank Welker. Like Jesus Christ, he still
No,
like
Frank Welker's actually insane though because like the fact he still could do the Fred voice, that's just his voice.
Yeah, he still sounds as youthful as ever, and it becomes really and like it's something that like I really came to like on the head on because I was watching like the real Ghostbusters cartoon during during like and lead up to Halloween, and I'm like, damn, he sounds the fucking same.
40 years have passed, it's still the same fucking voice. How?
Like there's sometimes
like he's in that because he's fucking Slimer.
Yeah,
like half the ghost.
Yeah, he's like a bunch of the ghost Slimer. They did have I'm forgetting Uncle Phil's actor's name, but he was in one of the episodes of one of the ghosts.
Yeah.
It was like the one with the electric spirit. But
yeah, I vaguely know which one you mean.
But yeah, I was watching a number of those episodes where I could find them online. Because, man, finding decent quality of those online is a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
The best way to watch it is literally to buy a bootleg Blu-ray. I'm not even kidding. I haven't bought it yet, but it's the best way to watch it, apparently. Because the DVD releases they had years ago, they poorly edited it. So there's like scenes missing in some of them. There's episodes missing. It's a little rough.
Oof.
Now there was a actual good release of it many years ago that looks like the fucking Fire Station. If you're willing to shell out like 200 plus clams for it.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot.
Because that shit's been out of print forever. And honestly, you're better off just buying the unofficial bootleg. It's cheaper. It's higher quality video. And unlike the official ones that you can still get in print, it's not like jumbled and fucked up.
Mm.
Oh, which one was this one? Oh, this is the building one. Hi, Mickey. Seems kind of different somehow. Hey, you guys were here too.
Yeah, but they're like just passerbys.
You really saved today. He just slapped one Heartless. Now you're gonna take on more. This is like that fucking, my work here is done. You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
No.
Oh, hi, Sebo.
Hello, Sabo.
I have finally arrived.
I am in my favorite world in this game, in this series.
We're in Timeless River.
My favorite world. And that's not a joke. It is my favorite.
Did you know canonically Betty Boop's like 14?
I did not know that.
Yeah, which makes it real fucking weird that she's as sexualized as she is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in Roger Rabbit, she's canonically like 70-something.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in terms of the character designed as a young teenage girl.
Well, you know, people looked older back then.
I think it's just more 14 was acceptable back then.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all those videos of high schoolers in the 80s and like.
But then also, didn't she start off as like the girlfriend of a completely different character?
Did she?
And then she just became much more popular than him.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Exactly.
Bye, Mickey. Again, God, they did such an amazing job with these models. They look so good.
I mean, if we're talking like dodgy shit in classic cartoons, well.
No, I'm not talking about dodgy shit. I'm just talking about the models here. And
oh no, I just meant like following on from the rest of the conversation.
Oh God, we could be here all day. As someone who enjoys like old fucking cartoons. Oh God, we could go all day. There's literally one World War II era Bugs Bunny one that I cannot say the name of because it has a slur in it. But it's the one where he's fighting the Japanese.
Yeah.
Literally cannot say the name of it.
Kind of the unfortunate thing is it became very easy. Like with Germans, it's pretty hard to characterize or to try and give them over a design like shit like like to redesign them into awful appearances because you know most people are just European descent, so.
They mostly just did with them, gave them lederhosen and made them chubby and blonde hair. That's about it.
Yeah. Whereas the Japanese and Asians were you.
Oh yeah.
No. Just the Japanese. There was like entire pamphlets as to how to tell Japanese from Chinese apart. Which was that.
Well, Asians than just
Chinese
Japan
look
and
like
China,
us,
mate.
except with black hair, whereas Japanese are all horrific caricatures of General Toho.
Yeah.
The Emperor. I know they all wore glasses because the one guy that they were all a take on wore glasses. So it's like all Japanese people wear glasses for some reason.
Yeah, it's a very specific look that I'm just not even going to bother describing. I can see it in my head because I've watched these cartoons. I know what it looks like. But
you see black characters in those cartoons, even if they're just like background elements, it's like, just gonna ignore that. Gonna ignore that.
Like Tom's first owner back when he was called Jasper.
Was she his owner or was she just the housemaid?
I think she was the owner, but now you're making me question it.
Different time, guys. Well, maybe not quite a different time now, eh?
I was gonna say, are we sure about that?
Yeah. I said to Dad, sorry your country sucks, Sabo.
It's alright, because the guy my sister works for won. That's all I really cared about.
That's good, although he's a Democrat, right?
He's a Democrat senator.
He might be rounded up into the death camp soon.
Possibly, but assuming that doesn't happen.
We would need someone to distract him with keys to keep it from happening. Like a toddler.
Give it like a couple months. his mental faculties great to the point where
I was
he
gonna
just
say.
won't be able to.
I was gonna say. I mean, the people have already took you know swings at him twice now. So now that he's actually won, and he is an old man, so he might not even live for 4 years, but that might make it even worse.
Now the second one,
Might
I don't
say
know.
something-
I don't know as much about. The first one, what was crazy about that one was it wasn't even necessarily specifically him. It was just whatever fucking politician got up on there, and it just happened to be him, which is kind of fucking crazy. I mean, the whole thing's crazy, but
I mean, wasn't the second one just stopped before he even got anywhere? He was trying to walk into the venue with a gun and no, come on, we're not going to be that incompetent twice in a row.
So, well, if you guys just completely overlooked it the first time, I figured,
I thought you were all dumbasses. I mean, you're busy here protecting him.
But yeah, anyway, this is still I wish that there was a revisit, more shit in this world. I know it's mostly a collection of minigames, but I don't care. It's so fun, so cool. The way they replicate the style.
His animation is a very unique and fun style.
Yeah, I love it.
You could build an entire game just off of that premise, and they did.
It can be pretty mid too, but people will love it because of that art style. I mean, what? Huh? What? Well, what?
Pet's fine.
This is fine.
It's fine. Could be worse.
Oh fuck, I gotta start parrying that fucking car. He's beating me to death. Got him. Oh no, he's activated rage mode.
Double trigger.
This makes me angry. Oh, I hate those freaking cars where they're like, I'm just gonna zip around and you can't hurt me.
Fucking hell. Damn! Where'd he go? There he is. Couldn't even block it in time. I couldn't even block it. Fucking finally, he's dead. Oh god, there's more of them!
On the bright side, maybe we now reach the point where people stop actually putting stock in pre-election polls.
I never took stock in those, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I was like, what are these guys talking about? Like, there's plenty of reasons he could win.
Wow, it's the same fucking mistake they made only several years ago. That's crazy. Ah, well, the building exploded. Continue. Those cars are obnoxious.
Yeah, they are like the strongest enemy in this area. They show up later.
They show up later as a different color and they're just as annoying.
They're so annoying. I think they're in Kingdom. I think they become straight out of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Man, Disney must be pissed. They're gonna have to put him back in the Hall of Presidents now.
Like, god damn it!
And you have to have him in the once. Surely they need to keep him in the once. Like, is there enough? Like, there's been other presidents who have won.
No. There's a scene where like the current president has a big monologue, and I'm like, since he won again, they have to put him back in that spot. I think that's how it works. I don't know. The only other president that's won, lost, and then won again was Grover Cleveland in the 1800s, and that was before Disney World existed. This is why they wanted to redo the ride to just be Hamilton-esque thing written by Manuel and Weird Al, but I don't think that came to fruition because of all their budget cuts. I didn't actually go there while I was there. That was like the one thing I never got to go to.
Are you sad?
Not really, but I was only mildly annoyed because I was like, I'll swing back and I'll hit the Hall of Presidents when on the way back to the park, and then as I was going by the exit, I was like, I'm gonna leave and go somewhere else. And then as I was getting on the bus, I was like, oh, I forgot to go back to the Hall of Presidents. Oh well.
But this time around for the building, I just brought in Chicken Little to help me. It worked.
So I guess while we're on the subject, I do want to make one quick point, because from what I'm seeing, everyone's like, well, we've chose Trump because we want our prices to come down, okay?
Yeah.
And of course, how Trump is going to decrease prices, he's going to put tariffs on imported goods, right? Do you know the funny thing about tariffs?
It always goes down to the consumer.
Yeah. Like, the company that's charged don't pay shit.
You're
just asking the American
the
people to pay more for what they're getting.
Yep.
It's just
no. You see, they're gonna bring production back to the U.S. and everything will be homegrown.
No, they're not, because do you know why production has been leaving the U.S.? Why are you having like record joblessness in factories? Because of automation. Yeah, because automation and shit like that.
Don't worry, don't worry. They won't tax overtime. Oh wait, there's no overtime. Haha, fuck you. Also, we're not going to do that anyway.
No overtime. But like I said, part of the thing is that so many jobs are just done by robots now. And with AI, you can have even more jobs that just are done by robots. So, have fun with that.
I mean, it's okay because, Musk is now working with Trump, so I'm sure he'll have the brain AI implants ready to go anytime now.
Yeah, here's the other problem. Trump has basically said fuck you to the electric car industry, and Tesla is I'm pretty sure the only actually profitable business that Musk has.
And it's also going down the toilet slowly now.
Yeah, I think everything else is like basically subsidized by Tesla and his own personal wealth. But like, if Trump gets rid of all of the subsidies and benefits for owning an electric car, like, fucking, how's that gonna help Musk?
And like I said, Tesla's been starting to circle the drain, and even more now with the fucking Cybertruck and how shitty that thing turned out. I mean, not that I'm surprised. I mean, look at that fucking thing.
I don't think Musk cares because he's like, I'm a politician now. This is assuming Trump doesn't.
So he's an illegal immigrant.
I was gonna say that, man. He's an illegal immigrant. Man, the party that really hates the illegal immigrant seems to be showcasing an illegal immigrant. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, unless Trump tells him to fuck off as soon as he's president, he's like, well, I lied.
He probably will. He's an illegal immigrant, and I guess it's just perfectly okay for him to buy votes.
Yeah, apparently the court of Philadelphia's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's okay that he's an illegal immigrant because he's not obviously an illegal immigrant, and that's really all they care about.
Because he's white.
Yep.
And he doesn't have an accent.
He does.
He does.
He does, but it's faint enough. He does, but it's faint enough that most people don't realize it.
Fucking South African blood ruby piece of shit. Apartheid-loving Nazi cunt.
Also,
so I might demonetize this.
Also, the result of inbreeding. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, well.
That's why his eyes That's why his eyes are so fucked up.
I thought it's just because he's a piece. I thought it's just because from all the people who must have beat him up as a kid because he.
Oh no, that's the problem. He didn't get his ass whipped as a kid. Just saying, some people need an ass whipping, and he's one of them.
His dad was any kind of real dad. He'd have thrown him out. He'd have thrown him off a cliff. The
most he ever got was one time a kid pushed him down the stairs after they were talking shit about his mom.
Oh, he was talking shit about their mom?
Yes, Musk was.
Yeah, I would have pushed him down some stairs.
Honestly, should have done it twice.
Anyway, I only bring this up because I was just reading a thing. How much do you think, over the course of 2023, how much money do you think worth of goods do you think you imported?
An obscene amount. I don't know the number, so I'll just say that.
$3,100 billion worth of goods.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, and it's still not going to go away. Because once again, all the tariffs do, it's like, okay, cool, you pay us more money, and we don't do shit. We don't do shit. Thanks, losers.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, it's going to be real fun in a few years. We'll be like, why are the prices only going up?
That's
because
weird.
It's not even just like Because it's like even the American car companies like massively rely on the imports of not just cars but parts from other places.
Yeah.
Good thing I got my new car already.
Yeah. So now all the car companies will have to pay more because they'll also have to pay more to buy the parts they need to build the cars in America, while also having to pay more. It's so fucking stupid.
It just made me think about how there are literally, makes or models in other countries that they don't sell here because they're just better, and I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Insert me going on a long rant how SUVs suck here. And how American trucks are pieces of shit. My one friend describes it like shit like the fucking Dodge Ram as a vehicle for pavement princesses. That shit isn't used for work. That fucking thing can't haul dick. It's just a giant piece of shit. It's worse than a Hummer. And the Hummer is also terrible.
I was gonna say, remember when Hummers were a thing? I haven't seen any on the road lately.
It's a failed car in so many ways.
But you know what I have seen on the road a lot lately? Tesla trucks.
I have not seen one on the road.
There's so many of them in my neighborhood. I'm like, why?
I'll give it time. The fucking gas pedal will break. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Train?
I was just going to say, the main thing that I find hilarious is he's the president who's talking about. He wants to lower taxes while also telling you he's going to raise your taxes by astronomical amounts.
Yeah, but they don't hear that part.
That's what a tariff is. It's a fucking tax, but it's a tax that you're going to pay.
I know. Yeah, but
there's somebody on Twitter who's like, "Yeah, my boss just told us that they canceled Christmas bonuses because they had to mass buy up material from imports before Trump takes over," and everyone was so confused as to why, because they're like, "Wait, don't the foreign companies pay the imports, pay the tariffs?" Nope. But it's possible this was just something that they made up because it's one of those like doom saying things.
I honestly though I could see them doing that, just to be like, "Oh shit, let me just do this real quick."
I'm sure it's bad, but I really don't think there are people that are like, I saw 200 trans people commit suicide yesterday. I'm sure some did, and I'm sure it's bad. It's just I don't think somebody personally witnessed 200 suicides. I think that I think they're exaggerating or just fear mongering.
Okay.
If you're true though, I'm sorry for you, but that sounds just too comically tragic to be real.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely an over-exaggerated number, but it's like
the number is probably exaggerated, but it is definitely there's definitely
fucked up. Yeah,
there's definitely I think not an insignificant number, but then again to give you a perspective for my bias, to me even one is a non-insignificant number because I fucking hate that because of this shit that they felt like that was the only thing they had. It's fucked, and I hate it, and I'm actually angry about that.
I mean, let's take a moment to think. Okay, maybe this is all just speculation. You know, if only there was some period of history where we could look at and go, higher tariffs meant higher prices for the consumer, for the American consumer. Man, if only that had ever happened before. Oh, it happened in 2016, and that's exactly why your prices are so high now.
Yeah, because they never brought them down.
Yeah, because they couldn't, because they signed it into law, which meant for fucking 8 years it was.
Yep. Hey, look, 8 years is coming up. Time to renew it.
Yeah,
and make it worse.
And it's like, yeah. I mean, I'll put it this way: I'm pretty sure every economic expert in the world, including in America, said, "Of course the consumer pays those tariffs." Are you fucking high? Those exact words, obviously. What crack are you smoking? Can I have some?
Those were the words they said behind the curtain, not ones they said on TV. They're probably like, "Of fucking course they pay it! What are you, stupid?
What crack are you on?
What corporation's gonna just just lose that money? Are you kidding me?" God. And more positive shit. When I was on vacation, one thing I found that was really cool at one of the local little hobby shops there was the long out of print red Mega Man Zero model kit. I was so happy to find that. And it was a normal price too. It was like the $60 price that it usually costs. So like it wasn't like marked up or anything. He's almost done. I made a mistake on the build where one of his arms is coming out too long, so I gotta open him up. So I gotta pull him apart, open up the chest piece, and then fix the one arm, which is annoying but doable. Pete, help me beat Pete!
Pete, you gotta beat the Pete mate. Oh. How have you been, Saber, apart from all of that?
I mean, people around me are acting like the world is ending, so...
You could always come over here.
Can I, though?
Why not?
I guess that is a good point. I guess that is an escape option. Just
come to this country. You could. I mean, I only say here just because I think Canada's going to be full.
Yeah, probably.
Nobody wants to go to France.
It's true. I don't.
There are worse places, you know. But hey, knock on your door. Hey, what's up? Let's watch some Kamen Rider.
Oh, I thought you were saying about worse places than France. I was like, name them.
No.
Exactly.
I'm
sure
there are a few worse places than France, but probably not places that I could seriously go to. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd rather go to France than North Korea, but I don't think they'll be taking.
You might get extradited back if you went to North Korea. It's just like a soldier.
Probably be like, no, we don't want you. So doing better than certain other people in my life are.
We could all be neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Goofy to wake up so I can go into Valor form. Come on, Goofy, wake up. Thank you.
You been keeping up with Gav?
I have, yes. Have you?
Weird, but I'm kind of digging it now.
It's like Gaim. It's like, why is this so good even though the theme is so stupid?
Yeah.
It's literally the second coming of Gaim.
I just like the dudes both like having their inner monologues. Like, can't let him know I'm me.
Can't let him know I'm me. I can't let him know I'm me.
And so they're just fucking around.
It's like Death Note all over again.
I kind of hope they keep it up for like the whole.
You guys continue, but you saying the Death Note thing just reminded me of something.
I kind of hope they keep the whole like they just don't know who each other are for like the whole show.
They don't need to do that. They did that with the Dawn Brothers, and it got old after a while.
Mm.
Like maybe did a halfway point, but I'm like, if they keep like just comically missing each other, like no, that'll get old after like 13 episodes.
Yeah, true.
Eventually, you're like, all right, enough. Just get over with it so we can move on.
I'm just waiting for Crow to be revealed to be the main villain.
Of course he is.
Could sense it coming.
So, you mentioned Death Note reminded me, they made a fucking Death Note game, and God, it looks so bad.
Oh yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
What do you even do in the Death Note game?
It's like Among Us, except Death Note.
One of you is Kira.
One of you is Light and one of you is L, and like you just go around being like, is this person connected to Kira? Is this sus? It's literally just Among Us.
Damn.
And the graphics look so fucking weird.
Yeah, they're like little round people.
You know,
also,
maybe Death Note's not.
Also, I was like, do people even still care about Death Note? I thought that was like old news.
Right?
But also, like, is Death Note really the property that we want to adapt into a video? We could think of any other thing.
No, nothing. Nothing at all comes to mind at all.
And I mean, Death Note, I don't know, Death Note's one of those things where it's like, it is really solid up to a point.
I never liked it.
There's several points where the show, where you could definitely feel like, okay, you guys are just padding with this.
I like the ending.
Yeah, the ending where Light just breaks down.
I
Just
like
would
the
have
ending
been
of
nice if
Death Note
it.
where Light dies like a bitch because I freaking hated him.
You're not supposed to like Light.
No, there are quite a lot of people that like Light and think he's
Oh,
right.
there are
the
people who
entire
do
time.
like him, but you're not supposed to.
But I mean, they're not just people that like. I like him because he's a cool, edgy bad guy, and I like cool, edgy bad guys. There are people that like Light was right. We should have the power to just murder everyone. We need some all-seeing overlord to just murder anyone they don't like. That would make the world a better place.
Wish granted.
I suppose.
Not yet. I mean, if they hand him a death note, then we might be in trouble.
Can't
No,
believe that
actually,
the
no.
Republicans
Actually,
are-
maybe the opposite. We might be okay because I don't think Trump can spell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
true.
That's true. That
I
is
just
true.
can't.
That is true because one of the rules of Death Note is if your name is misspelled 3 times, then you are forever immune to death notes.
Makes sense.
But only if it's done not deliberately, because it can tell. It says if you deliberately misspell someone's name in the Death Note knowingly, then you immediately die. Because no cheating.
Yeah, I did find it funny that the Republicans Party elected a king.
Yeah.
It's more. You got to enjoy the little ironies in life.
Also, the world is now done. I have the monochrome key, and now it's just the cutscene.
Hooray!
That was a... God, I wish it was a full fucking world, because I love it so much. But what it is, it's really fun. And the boss fight, even with Pete at the end, is fun. Oh, hi, Daisy. There we go. I was waiting for it to be comically angry.
I mean, he hasn't called her in like a year.
It's true.
Has it been a year? Time
Yeah,
is,
between
time is
Kingdom Hearts.
time is kind of relative in Kingdom Hearts.
No, it has definitely been a year because everyone says I've not seen you in a year.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is a definite year.
Sorry, that's my phone. Oh, thought it was on mute. Guess not.
And that's before they said, oh yes, and also time passes differently in different worlds, and that's why some people don't seem to age while others do.
Oh, I thought it was just because we couldn't be asked with designing redesigns.
Well, I mean, part of it is that they can't redesign classic Disney characters for ages they don't canonically have because of the rule. But like, there was the excuse, like, how come Huey, Dewey, and Louie are still kids after like 10 years between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 1? Is like, oh, it's because time passes differently.
They age in duck year.
Yeah, so it's not, no, the official explanation is that time passes differently, so some of them age differently.
I'm just gonna say they age in duck years. Woo-hoo.
And someone goes, but ducks age exactly like this. And you go, well, these are cartoon ducks, idiot. Stupid.
No, I just say yeah, but you didn't carry the one.
Oh. You're right. They did not carry the one. That's honestly on them. Skill issue.
I mean, according to the original DuckTales, ducks age about the same time as human years. At least according to one episode.
Yeah, but maybe that episode was actually a dream.
Maybe they didn't carry the one.
I don't know. No, there's like an episode where there's like it's like a reflection that takes like 20 years off your life, and like Launchpad looks at it and he's a little kid, and Scrooge looks at it and he's a younger man, and the boys look at it and they're just eggs.
Oh, I see where you're making a mistake. That's because they're 20 duck years off your life.
I mean,
well,
there are other things in that world than ducks.
That doesn't
Like,
sound right.
Yeah,
that guy
they'll
from
age
the
at their own appropriate things. Appropriate rates. But mostly we're talking about ducks.
So, we're going to stop here, but next time it looks like we have our choices between Pirates and Finny Fun.
I mean, it would be Pirates, because Finny Fun is, like, not going to fill up a session.
Nah.
Philly
Like,
Fun.
absolutely
Also
not.
Philly Fun
You'll
would drive
do
me
the one...
insane.
You'll do the one song number, you'll hate it, and then you'll
You know what we'll do?
have to go to another level.
What we'll do next time?
You'll just
We'll
hear screaming and silence, and then somebody knocking on Dan's door.
We'll do the Pirates one at the start next time, and then we'll end with that with Finny Fun.
Okay.
I feel like that's the funnier way to do it.
With that threat, it's time to leave.
It's true.